Sci-Fi here, and I am back for day 19 of the daily Cineworld movie challenge. Got to jump over my words a bit there. If this is your first video, then let me explain what's going on here. The UK cinema chain Cineworld Cinemas put up a daily movie challenge on their Twitter page. A link to their Twitter is in the description below. Basically, every day they ask a question about a film which you responded to with your own personal preference. I tried to nick that idea and turn it into a movie YouTube video series. Day 19, the question was a film set in the future. Multitude of films I could have picked for this. I'm really into my sci-fi films and things like that, so I could have picked loads. Star Wars is out of the question because I'd already used it for a previous challenge earlier on. Go back and check that video out if you'd like. But obviously then Star Trek and things like that. But I decided to use one that was really impactful for me and really made me think. And that was Christopher Nolan's film Interestelar. If you've not seen this film, I'll tell you a bit about it. Obviously it's set in the future. You're not sure how far in the future, but basically the world is dying. Obviously, they don't really explain too much into it, which is I kind of like. It keeps a mystery and the kind of thing that asks you to accept that this is happening. Let's move the story on, because we all know it's going to happen one day anyway. It's not due to anything in particular. It's the Earth's time to go. So there's dust everywhere because everything's drying out. Crops are dying, and basically the population of the Earth is slowly decreasing. So they need to try and work out a way to sort this problem out. NASA, who's run by Michael Caine's character, and his daughter, played by Anne Hathaway, decide to recruit Coop, who's played by Matthew McConaughey, to head this mission into the universe, because they find a black hole and they think this black hole will lead to other galaxies, to try and find a new inhabitable world, to rescue the inhabitants of the Earth from what's left. It's an emotional decision for him because obviously he's got a young family, and his daughter Murph is someone he loves absolutely dearly, and obviously his son as well. His son's more grown up, and his daughter still clings on to him and adores the ground he walks upon. But he decides to do this for them, to obviously save their lives, because the world's not going to live. It doesn't know how long for, but not for much longer. And he goes on this journey through the galaxies, and it's so well done and so clever. I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to spoil this film for you, but each world presents its own different challenges and obstacles to overcome, obviously, which makes it such an interesting film. But there's so much about this film that changes the way you think about a lot of things, and very environmental issues, and the way the world and science, and it's so clever. And obviously there's some confusing moments in this film. I don't want to go into it too much because it'll end up being spoilers for the film, but if you've seen it, you'll understand. The points at the beginning of the film, obviously, like Murph's ghost, and obviously the explanation for that can get a bit confusing. It took me 2 or 3 watches to completely understand what that was in total, and obviously I understood bits of it, but how it got there, that's me trying to explain it without spoiling the film for anybody who hasn't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you're into either sci-fi films or dramas, or just really well written films, this is fantastic. Not even just that, just well looking films. If you know Christopher Nolan, he's directed the Dark Knight trilogy, Dunkirk, Interstellar, because he's Interstellar, I'm looking over here now because it's in front of me. Inception. So the DVD is right there, and I completely forgot it was called Inception. You'll understand that he does really well with beautiful shots and cinematography. A lot of the times you can just take them off the screen and put them on your wall as a piece of artwork. And he does that so well. He's such an incredible director, one of my absolute favourites in life. So it's quite got a lot going for it, this film, as it's not just your sci-fi for the sake of being sci-fi. It really tells this magnificent, interesting and original story. And which I wish I could put into words how brilliant this film is. And this film could have gone into a previous category of a film that made you think. I think that was what the title was. But because this film is one that, obviously it came out in 2014, but 6 years later it's one I'm still pondering and interested in learning more about. So a film set in the future for me is Interstellar. What would your choice be? Would it be something like Star Wars, Star Trek, Blade Runner, anything like that? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And I do respond to all the comments, so let's start a conversation. If you did enjoy this video, consider dropping a like. And if you do enjoy this style of video, I also do movie reviews and trailer reactions. Consider hitting the subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. So, I hope you have a good day, morning, evening, night, toilet break, whenever you're watching this. Goodbye. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you'd like to drop a like, a subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, that would be amazing. And you will see on this side of my head, you will see another video which YouTube has recommended just for you. And on this side of my head, you will see a logo to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit that, I will love you forever. Goodbye.